We looked at the ability of technology to address pain points, particularly in the first, middle, and last mile. So some of the discussion centered particularly around face-to-face and cash transactions, particularly the ability of tech to replace cash and to reduce costs, and then with the caveat of face-to-face transactions, particularly the third mile, being quite important because they can facilitate customer education, particularly facilitating learning moments. The learning moments are much more powerful than board-based customer or consumer education. So that was, let's go through very quickly. Some of the aspects that also popped up is that often the business model is more important than the tech. Tech is not necessarily a silver bullet, but you just need to be aware of the disruptive impact of tech, particularly in this day and age where the ability of technology is almost in infinity, and the ability of people and markets to catch up is very limited. So there's a dichotomy there. One of the important things about tech is that it needs to underline trust. If you have got faulty tech or faulty solutions, and those people cannot rely on it, you must remember that people are entrusting their financial lives to this technology, and it needs to be reliable, accountable, and available. So that was. We also went through a range of new tech that you just need to keep an eye out for. Just quickly, some of them are the IPL Intelligent Protocol. That's potentially a game changer. E-fiat currency, central bank issued currency that doesn't reside in bank accounts, forms a relationship with your device. That is a potential game changer with a lot of backing behind it. And and then the other wave that's hitting the world, and it'll probably hit the markets in the near future, is social media payments and the prevalence of social media, particularly with the data and analytics that are available in social media. We went on then to discuss data management. We went through a topology of different analytics and the increasing amount of data that is available, and yet the limited amount of information that we can glean from it. And data analytics we've seen have evolved from merely descriptive analytics requiring very rudimentary data types onto diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive, and now cognitive analytics. And as the analytics increase, so the value of those analytics can deliver increases, but also the cost and complexity and the number of different data sources required to fuel those analytics increases. And the system is getting more complex. Your analytics have to increase, and so it means that we need to really keep an eye on not only the data sources, but what those data sources are. We went through a list of the needs for data versus the application, which determines the type of analytics, which ultimately determines the type of data and data sets that you need to drive those analytics. So, some of the crucial needs of data we looked at is particularly, I'll just give one or two, is the scoping the informal market, that you cannot easily scope that from merely the descriptive data. And a lot of the descriptive data that you have is of the formal market. So you need to get other data sets. And there's a lot of consensus around using other broad-based demand-side data that is available. There's a lot of data sets available, and then starting to look at more complex analytics in order to start scoping those informal markets. So, and then the other needs for data particularly is that there is such a need for just the descriptive data and consistent and reliable descriptive data, that the need was expressed for harmonization of standards, of data standards, data templates, and indicators across jurisdictions in order for any of the data to be comparable and to be able to even start scoping and in a meaningful way understanding the different corridors. So that was one of the aspects. The other two big needs for data were some of the AML-CFT. Most countries have not done a national risk assessment. How can banks and central banks be effectively manage the risk of identity fraud or AML-CFT if they don't really even understand the risks? So what's really happening now is that you're getting the highest level of risk hygiene in those economies because they don't understand the risk, and that you need a lot more data analytics in order to really start quantifying the risks in those markets. And the benefit of that is more liberal AML-CFT policies where it's indicated in a national risk assessment. And then, yeah, so the other one was in terms of identification, in terms of tech and data. Identification is a big stumbling block both within AML-CFT world and in terms of financial service provision. We're looking at the different technologies and data that are available in identification. One of them being the Indian model, which is an open source system that is state of the art. Thanks.